Hi, my name is Jurist, and today there's not much. Unfortunately, this whole week has been pretty difficult because for those that don't live in the United States, uh, we had a huge storm. We had a massive storm, huge, and it's pretty bad. Um, Most of the U.S. got hit with snow. And not only did we get hit with snow, but my area alone went down to -5 Fahrenheit. And it kind of hovers between around 10 degrees to around 20. So as of right now, we are kind of screwed still. And we're going to stay screwed for about 2 more weeks. It's somewhere around there where the temperatures will not rise. And the first time they will rise above freezing, it'll be for about 4 to 6 hours. And then it's going to freeze again, which means it's going to melt a little bit. And then it's going to freeze into even harder ice. So it's going to get bad. But I've been super busy not recording or doing anything. Unfortunately, it's going to be a bit hard to get proper time to make the funnies and do it the way that I want to do it without feeling stressed, and I'm not going to do that, so I'm taking my time. But I wanted to kind of show off what I'm going to be thinking about doing and kind of give you guys an update on what's going to most likely happen and what we can expect to see here in the next week or two. So in terms of content, we still have stuff like Elden Ring, the Convergence mod. However, I'm not super hyped about getting back into it because the game has been pretty easy so far, and there were very minor changes to what I've seen. It doesn't feel like what I thought it would feel like, so it's not pulling me in as much as I thought it would. I might do another recording, at least one more, and put that out the same way I did that one, which is maybe up to an hour or so, and just kind of 1 hour cut and just kind of play around and see what it feels like. I also have Fallout 76. I have played it for a little while in the past. I've streamed it many times now, and it's going to be really fun, silly, goofy. I kind of wanted to come back and just play a little more of that. So we're definitely going to be playing some Fallout 76. So I don't have times on any of this. It's just whatever I feel like at the time when I do them, but that's on my radar. I really, really want to do that. I did play through like half maybe of Grounded 1, and I want to come back and actually do it. I did it on live stream. Now I want to do it and put it on proper video and have it fully edited and do it kind of like the Elden Ring one, where I just kind of go through 4 hours and cut it down to maybe 40 minutes to an hour, and then just kind of speed through the game a little bit quicker and just be able to get through that. But that is a huge plan that I want to get done. We might do Marvel Rivals if I feel like it, but it's one of the games that pisses me off at times. But if I feel like doing the funnies, if I feel like I'm in a mood to try and make some funnies, then maybe I'll do some of that. I had visions of doing like Squad, doing like the military thing. I have over 1,000 hours in Squad, and I would love to make a video on that, but I do know that it's going to take a lot of effort. That is a very high effort one because of how much I would have to play and actually make content out of. So that one kind of sits in the back for a minute, but we'll definitely be looking at something like that. Voices of the Void as well. It's going to be like a mess around, make the funnies, and then edit down into a smaller video. But it's definitely something that I want to take a look at. I definitely want to play that one. War Thunder, again, tanks and stuff would be kind of funny. I wouldn't mind doing too much of that, but I did find that I was kind of struggling to make any content near the second half of my recording because I just sucked so bad. That game is a complete crapshoot on it's like pure luck. of just finding something good. You could spend a month just trying to get only the good stuff out of it. So that's going to be a little tricky, but whenever I feel like I just want to mess around and be goofy, then I can try and do that. But that's the majority of what I'm thinking. We could do something like a ball pit, but those are very slow, and I'm pretty sure people want to watch the whole run, not just cuts of a run. Kind of like what's that name? It's the baby one. It's the what a crazy description. It's the baby one where you're locked in the basement and the mother hates you. Wait, Binding of Isaac. That's it. That's the one. Jesus mother, hate baby, demon baby, kill, death, basement, oopies. Anyway, it's kind of like the Binding of Isaac, where I'm pretty sure people don't want you to cut the whole thing. So I would have to run it the whole way, but it doesn't feel super exciting. It'd be like a super leisure stream. But Abiotic Factor as well as a really big one that I really want to get into. That's one that I played a long time ago, and stuff was still coming out, and it was still very much under development, and now it's almost complete, or it's got so much more that I could totally make a proper series out of that one. So I'm kind of excited for that. And then Dead Island 2 is another. I'm just gonna mess around and kind of play with it. I'm not gonna do like a full proper story thing with it, because I'm sure people just play it for the content, not as much for the story. So if I did do that, I would just mess around in the game. That's kind of all the stuff that I'm looking at playing over the next, well, I don't have a timeline for those, but in the next couple weeks we're probably going to see some of that stuff. But I don't have a time frame, because we're kind of in, for the first time in 20 years that I've been in this area, this snow here, it has been the worst it's ever been. This is the worst I've ever seen it in 20 years, because no other snowfall has been this aggressive at hardening and becoming impossible to shovel. Like, you can't shovel it without a metal shovel, and we don't have those. I have a plastic one. So there's no easy way to kind of get around that. So we just kind of have to deal with it and kind of work with that. But I'm kind of helping out with stuff. I'm running around helping with other things, which is why I don't have as much time, or when I do have time, I don't want to make a recording because I'm tired. You know what I mean? I'm exhausted from running around outside trying to deal with this sucky snow, that I'm not funny anymore. Like, no more haha. This is time for me vibes. Me vibe time. Turn into snow caveman over here. But that's gonna be it. That's the general gist of what's going on. But I have not forgotten YouTube. I just want to put something out so YouTube doesn't forget about me, and put some more funnies out. And I haven't been putting out shorts. I need to find ways of doing YouTube shorts as well, but that also includes making content, like just pressing the record button and then playing stuff, and then hoping something funny happens, or that I can say something funny and make a YouTube short out of it. So that's another option, but I'd rather kind of combine that with an actual recording where I make a regular video. So that's kind of what I want to do first and foremost, because YouTube shorts aren't as high on a priority to me, but I do want to try and put those out every once in a while. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you all so much for coming out, hanging out with me. And we're going to hopefully get something maybe by the end of this week. If not, then starting next week will hopefully be a little bit better. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.